Hello Sharks! Thank you for your time in our presentation. First of all, I would like to start with a story that happened to me, and perhaps you have lived something like this, or you can relate. On January 6th of 2014, my older niece came to me with one question. Tia, what could have you done in our situation? She said to me that at lunchtime, she felt so hungry that she grabbed a bunch of carrots, 2 apples, and 2 slices of pizza. I was amazed that she could eat it all. However, she didn't. After the first slice of pizza, she didn't want it anymore. She felt guilty, but she didn't know what to do. I realized there isn't any options in situations like this. And she felt bad because my sister has tried to teach them not to waste food because there is so many children around the world that are dying of hunger. I shared this experience with my colleagues, Jason, Christopher, Kristen, and Katisha, when she came up with the best idea ever. Take the issue in our hands. This is how Waste to Waste was born. Hello, I'm Alicia Zelaya and I'm the president of Waste to Waste Company. During this presentation, we will talk about our company and why we need your help to help the world. Programs such as National School Lunch, School Breakfast, Special Milk, Child and Adult Care are some of the USDA strategies to fight obesity. As of 2015, they have met their goal. Children are eating healthier, and approximately 95% of schools are serving healthier meals. However, the majority of these meals are tossed into the trash. For example, the program Hunger Free Kids Act serves 30 million kids every school year. However, it wastes of about 5 million worth of edible food at the same time frame, totalizing 1.2 billion of dollars in waste per school year. Moreover, studies show that the amount of waste foods from this program had increased in 56%, since children place more vegetables and fruits in their trays, but consume fewer of them. Now that the need for a plan has been established, it is time to talk about waste to waste. My colleague, Christopher, has detailed information about it.
Thank you. My name is Chris Patel, and I proudly serve as the Vice President for Waste to Waste. As I give you some insight into our company background, I'd like to focus on answering the following 3 questions. First, how were we established? Next, why do we exist? And last, but certainly not least, why are we here today? It is my hope that at the end of this section, you will have a better understanding of Waste to Waste as a company and the role that you can play in helping us to positively impact our environment and those in our community. I'd first like to talk about how we were established. Waste to Waste was founded not by career businessmen and women, but by teachers who witnessed every day the vital need for our product. As it stands now, leftover school breakfasts and lunches are thrown out on a daily basis, and many students come to school hungry due to the lack of food at home. Our group of founders realized that they could use their platform as teachers to extend their impact beyond the classroom, and the idea was for Waste to Waste was born. Now, I'd like to talk about why Waste to Waste exists and what we are currently doing as a company today. Waste to Waste exists to provide customers with a reusable, sustainable, to-go food container. We are currently selling to local schools who participate in a take-home food program to students in need. As Waste to Waste customers, these schools are able to provide fresh, take-home meals to students who may otherwise go hungry outside of the school's walls. Instead of throwing out these extra breakfasts and lunches, cafeteria workers, along with the help of Waste to Waste employees, package and send take-home meals with students in their very own waste to waste solar reusable food container. Our containers provide a sustainable way to fill the need to provide these precious children with meals outside of school and work towards thwarting the child hunger problem in our community. I promised you 3 answers, and here's the answer to the third question. Why are we here today? The goal in acquiring this investment is to fulfill a purchase order from Walmart and broaden our market share into different segments. By increasing our sales, we hope to continuously reduce the cost of containers to schools until that cost is $0. Waste to Waste already has a superior product, and we are looking to continue to broaden our reach until we are a staple in every family, kitchen, and store in America. Our goal is to be able to provide our sustainable containers to every single school that participates in a take-home food program and to continue to minimize our negative effect on the environment while maximizing our positive impact in our community and around the world. Thank you for your consideration, and at this time, I'd like to introduce our Chief Production Officer, Ms. Katisha Bellamy, who will provide you with some more information about our product here at Waste to Waste.
Thank you, Chris. Hi, my name is Katisha Bellamy, and I'm the Chief Production Officer for Waste to Waste. During this presentation, I will discuss our product that we created 5 years ago and also talk about our expanded nonprofit services. After this presentation is over, you should know what our product is, the purpose of our product, and how it differs from our competition. Now I'm going to talk to you about the development of our product. 5 years ago, a team at Waste to Waste decided to come up with an eco-friendly product that can help decrease waste and also help with child hunger. This is where the team came up with the solar-powered container. The solar-powered container can help preserve food and snacks. It can help keep the food or snacks hot or cold, and also dry and wet weather. This container can be used by all. This container can be used by families going on hiking trips, camping trips, or just a picnic day outdoors. This container can also be used at the school systems. The school system can use these containers to send food home with students who do not have food at home to eat for dinner or for a snack or on the weekends. This container does a lot of good for the world. That's why we created it. It helps decrease waste and also increase food to go home to students in need. Waste to Waste also has a nonprofit mission to help decrease child hunger. Another reason why we created the solar powered container, which I mentioned before, preserves food, keeps it hot or cold, and also dry and wet situations. Waste to Waste will be able to provide all schools with solar powered containers. We will start here first in Carrollton, Georgia. We will provide all high school, middle school, and elementary schools with a solar powered container to pack lunches. Normally, school food will be thrown out in the trash, which will be increasing waste. So instead of throwing this food out, they will be able to pack nutritious lunches or dinners in the containers to provide to students. The containers will be discreet so students wouldn't feel embarrassed about having to take food home from school. The solar powered containers will be able to go to the schools for free because we'll be taking 10% of our profits to help fund our nonprofit services. Helping decrease waste and decrease child hunger is the number 1 and number 2 missions of Waste to Waste.
Thank you, Katisha. My name is Kristen Rayleigh, and I am the Chief Marketing Officer here at Waste to Waste. So this section is all about our target markets and strategies to reach these markets. So to make it easier to see the direction that we are headed in now, I will break it down into 3 parts. The first will be the market segmentation, the second will be the marketing mix, and the third will be our internet and web presence. As you heard from Katisha, here at Waste to Waste, we are merging into 2 new markets in addition to our current market. Currently, our market segment consists of the school systems that we serve here in Carrollton, across Georgia, and even throughout the United States. We have dreamed of growing into new markets since we started 5 years ago, and now we finally have the opportunity. With the offer from a big box store to sell our containers, we have two new market segments that we will be reaching. The first is the users of reusable containers. Many containers that households currently use are not recycled, or they are not made out of reusable, biodegradable materials. Because of this, the amount of waste from durable goods and containers in the United States increased 3.1 million tons from 2010 to 2015. Along with this, studies show that less households across the United States are recycling each year. This number is projected to continue to fall in 2019. Along with households, we are also marketing to the campers and the outdoor market through the same channels. This area of the market is looking for lightweight containers while also looking for containers that will leave no trace. Our containers are perfect since they were designed to fit into backpacks and dissolve back into the earth, meaning hikers and campers can leave them behind. The second market that we are looking to expand to is a bit smaller but is very promising for waste to waste. This market is millennials. This generation is made up of people aged between 22 and 35, and they are known to base their purchases off of platforms that companies present to them. Studies have shown that 67% of this generation is affected by cause marketing. This means that they will purchase a product due to the mutual connection between the business and their nonprofit organizations. We will continue to also market to the school systems across Georgia and the United States. We designed our containers with school children in mind, and our roots in this cause are the main reason we are expanding to new markets. This market allows for us to indirectly market to the students' parents. Studies show that children convince their parents 57% of the time to buy products that they are familiar with. This allows for our school system market to overlap with our consumer markets. Now we will take a look at our marketing strategy by analyzing the 4 P's of marketing: product, price, place, and promotion. At Waste to Waste, we designed our container with the school children we serve in mind. The base is made from reusable biodegradable materials, and the lid is also made from biodegradable materials but contains solar power cells to maintain the temperature of the food inside whether it is hot or cold. It was also designed to discreetly fit into the backpacks of students so that other kids would not be able to tell that they were participants of their school's meal program. As you can see, we set our prices around the amount of money that we could donate back to our nonprofit organization. Third-party retailers can purchase directly from Waste to Waste at a wholesale rate of $10. They are allowed to mark the prices up, starting at a minimum of $15, to their customers. From our website, consumers can purchase directly through Waste to Waste at $15 a container. Next is place. We have 3 channels that our customers can currently obtain our containers through. The first is third-party retailers. Currently, we have a purchase order in with Walmart to get our containers on their shelves. Through this purchase order, we hope that we can expand to other retailers such as REI, Amazon, and Kroger. That way we can reach an audience across the United States. The second channel is our website. Customers can go straight to our website, purchase directly, and ship the containers to them without having to leave the comfort of their home. The third channel is the schools. This is where the children obtain the containers when they participate in the school's meal program. We ship the containers directly to the schools and they distribute it to the children that participate with them. The last P is promotion. In order to promote donations back to the schools that we service here in Carrollton and across the U.S., each child that participates in the meal program receives a coupon inside of their container for their parents to use at a third-party retailer. This coupon allows for the parent or the student to indicate which school they would like the 10% to be donated back to from the retailer. We also want to ensure that we are promoting donations through our website. On our website, customers have the option to round up their purchase to the nearest dollar. The entire amount that is rounded up will be donated back to our nonprofit organization. On our shop page, along with our containers, you will see the green donate button. This allows for our customers to go straight to our website and donate without purchasing a container. We do charge shipping for our containers that are purchased through our website, but we make sure that our customers know that the shipping charge that they pay goes straight to our nonprofit organization. Here at Waste to Waste, we rely heavily on our internet presence. Our website and social medias were the first main point of business that we invested in. This presence allowed for us to reach new customers across the state of Georgia, the U.S., and hopefully internationally. On our website, there's a couple of different pages that are available for our customers to view. The main page is our purchasing page. This is where customers can purchase our containers, but also donate directly to our nonprofit. Another important segment on our website is our About Us section. Here you will find our backstory on why 5 educators decided to come together, create Waste to Waste to help the local communities that they served. As we expand into new markets, we are certain that Waste to Waste containers will become a staple in households across the U.S. and internationally, and that one container at a time we can band together to help fight child hunger. Now that you know a little bit about our target markets and our strategies, Jason, our Chief Financial Officer, will discuss how we plan to reach these goals financially. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. My name is Jason Rayburn, and I'm the Chief Financial Officer here at Waste to Waste. I'm here to provide you with a financial analysis. And in doing so, I would like to point out 3 aspects financially about our company. Number 1 is, where are we at currently as a company? Number 2, where are we going as a company? And number 3, what do we need and how are we going to get there? The first thing I'd like to talk about is, who are we currently as a company? Well, we're young and we're a growing company. This is only our 5th year in sales. And in this 5th year, we have just eclipsed the $1 million in total sales mark. Not bad for a company that's only 5 years old, and it's only driven in markets that's only local to schools and into local merchants to get our company out. We feel like we have a superior product. Gone are the days of the thermos, the lunchbox, for people carrying containers around without anything in it. We have a patented product that has outperformed anything that's been in this category. All you need to do is flip the switch. If you'd like for it to be warm, flip it to warm, cool to cool. There's nothing out there that matches what we do. We're looking to expand our product, go into different markets. We feel like we have just touched the tip of the iceberg of what can be of our product, and we feel like it can go even further. The last part, as we mentioned earlier, is the nonprofit division of our company. This is really our mission, this is our main goal, and as we started out, this is what we were looking to do. There are a lot of waste that goes on within schools, and there are a lot of children that go home hungry each and every day. Our goal is to ensure every child is fed even outside the doors of the schools. The next part I'd like to talk about is, where are we going as a company? And that can be summed up in one word, up. As you see, and as we stated earlier, our first 5 years were slow and incremental growth. It did take us until the 5th year to eclipse the $1 million a year in total sales. And if you look at the next 5 years, we are projecting to grow $1 million a year each year for the next 5 years. A question may come across, well, how do you expect to do that when it took you 5 to hit your first 1 million? Well, that would be because in my hand, I have a purchase order for 5,000 units of our solar power containers at a total of $50,000 in sales. That comes from our first large volume retailer in Walmart. I've been told if these work as well as they think them are, the Vice President of Purchasing will not only have them at each store in our state, but also in the Southeast. That's why we feel as a company, this is a very, very conservative number that we would like to keep at that so we can be sustainable and make sure that we grow as a company in a way and not outgrow ourselves. The last part I'd like to talk about is how are we going to get there? What is it going to take for us to meet our goals as a company that we would like to do? Well, we're going to need to expand. We're going to need some help. We're going to need your help. As you can see, our initial expansion startup cost is a little over $260,000, $260,500 to be exact. We're going to have to grow in our facilities. We've just got one guaranteed purchase order of 5,000 containers that we can't keep in our current facilities. We're going to have to add more inventory, 20,000 containers to be exact on the initial order, just to meet the needs of what we currently have and for the next year. Marketing costs are going to go up. We're not only going to stay here in our local market, even our state, but we're going to have to go through the Southeast. We're going to have to add additional salaries. People are going to have to be in the office to be there all the time while we're out trying to grow our company. As you can see on the chart, equity percentages will be broken down into this manner. 75% will stay between waste to waste, 10% will be for the nonprofit still, but 15% will go to you as investors. For $260,500, you will retain 15% of our company. And we're willing to do so, each owner, for that 10% that's shaded in pink. We feel like we have a great business model, and the owners of Waste to Waste remain steadfast in making sure that wasteful food no longer exists and that every child goes home with a meal in the evening time. We understand we can make millions of dollars with our containers, but if we lose focus of our main mission, and that was to ensure the ending of waste and that each child goes home with a meal, then we've lost our focus. I've been asked many times, why don't you just go to the bank? Well, we have come to know at Waste to Waste, we don't need a loan number. We need a partner. We need you. So while you ponder your thoughts, I'll turn this back over to Chris.
As you can see, you have a tremendous opportunity before you. To conclude, we've shown you the need for our product, as well as the impact we've already been able to make in our communities. Waste to Waste is making a difference, and you can be the catalyst that helps us to grow so that no child in this country will ever again have to leave school knowing they will go to bed hungry. Our product is sustainable and reusable and potentially more life-changing than anything else you've encountered here today. Just one more Waste to Waste container can change a life, and with your investment, together, we can change millions. Yes, you can make money, and we can help you do that. But more importantly, you can contribute to limiting our negative effect on the environment while positively impacting children all over the country. We started as a company made up of teachers who wanted to help a few kids. Today, we can change the world. Thank you. At this time, are there any questions? The question you have is, do you really need the investment? Well, I'm honored that you believe we are doing so well as a company, which we are, and I appreciate that question. The short answer is yes, but I'll explain why. With this investment, we will be able to fulfill a purchase order from Walmart, which is almost guaranteed to grow our sales exponentially. With the increase in revenue, we will be able to drop our prices that we charge schools for our containers. And as we continue to grow, we will be able to get that price to $0 and ensure that no child in school goes to bed hungry ever again. Thank you.
Thank you, Christopher, for your insight in the topic. The next question is, why would this be a smart investment? Our unique eco-friendly container has found a market niche that has been growing up really quickly during this period. And now we're targeting two new consumers, households and consumers that are concerned with eco-friendly products and sustainable efforts. We have created two different distribution channels in order to reach all consumers that are around the world. And we have created a method that unifies people without cost by charitable donation to our non-profit program. Besides that, our numbers do not lie. With our current limited amount of resources, we are selling over 200,000 that equal $1 million on sales. And with the investment that we're proposing today, we expect an increase of 200,000 containers additional per year over the next 5 years. After saying all this, I pass it on to Katisha with the next question.
Are you wondering if waste to waste solar power container is going to make money? The answer is yes. The number one reason being is because we are practical. We have a practical use. It can be used anywhere. Let me give you some examples. Have you ever been to an all-day sporting event with your family, your kids, your friends? You decided to pack a lunch or some snacks, but when you opened up the cooler, everything is soggy and destroyed. Guess what? If you have the solar power container, none of that will happen. Remember, it preserves food, keeps it hot or cold, and also dry. Have you ever took an overnight trip and you wanted to pack food so you wouldn't have to stop? If you have the solar power container, you won't have to stop. We have reached the $1 million mark in sales, and we will always continue to grow. Having the solar power container will help everyone everywhere, no matter what event you have.
Thank you, Katisha. The next question is, what are you looking to accomplish from a long-term perspective? Waste to Waste started 5 years ago with goals to expand further than our roots, which are Carrollton, Georgia. Currently, we have done so, but we would love to be able to expand across the United States and implement our services in schools and communities that are in need. From this, we would also like to expand internationally. It'll be a little bit of a challenge to manage home bases, the United States, and international volunteer services, but it is a goal of ours since it is near and dear to our heart to end child hunger. Here's Jason with the next question.
Thank you, Kristen. And I'll take the last question. What are the risks involved if I invest or find an investor for your product? That's a great question, and I'd love to tell you that there's no risk involved at all. But like with most companies, there is some type of risk. Here at Waste to Waste, we believe we reduce those risks for 3 reasons. One is our patented solar power container. It has outperformed any competitor in its class. 2 is the established business relationships that we already have. One of the largest volume retailers in the world has ordered 5,000 containers from us, and we expect that to grow. 3rd is our mission. We are committed to eliminating school waste of food and ensuring every child has a meal at school and at home as well. The way we accomplish this is to sell more containers. On the chart, you can see the difference with your investment and your partnership. The area shaded in blue is what we could do over the next 5 years. The part in orange is what we can do with your help. We need you to come apart. We need you to join us. So if you want to make money and be a part of something even greater than ourselves, then join our team. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you.